Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. We've got a great show lined up. Two special guests here in the studio. But first, let's take care of our weather. Hot, hot, hot. And today is the first day of July. So you know what July brings? A lot of heat. So I'm going to do a real short weather because I've got so much time to spend with our guests. High 89, low 79. Water temperature, 85 degrees. That tells you something right there. The river readings brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get out and do. Looking at Apalachicola, Bluntstown, it's reading a 5.5 this morning and staying level. I know July 4th, there are going to be a bunch of those boats on these sandbars all up and down the Apalachicola River. Y'all behave yourself and have a good time. The Choctawhatchee at Caryville, 3.4. Check that out, 3.4. There's going to be some good fishing, but fish early while it's cool. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn right here on 23rd Street. Really strong tide today, especially that outgoing tide is really strong. So it's going to be high right now at 6:30 this morning, and then it's going out be low tonight at 5:01. And our marine forecast west southwest at about 11. It's been that way all summer, coming out of south southwest or west southwest. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and look at these two beautiful young ladies. One happens to be my granddaughter, Ashley Woodrick.
Hello.
And her best friend, Mason Wells. Okay, from where?
I'm from Brentwood, Tennessee, and I was born here, and I lived across the street from him until I was probably about 12. And then my family, we all traveled the country in an RV for a couple months, and then now we live in Tennessee.
Okay, so that's the story. And Mason, you were born in?
I was born in California, and then when I was about 1 month old, we moved back to Nashville. When I was 6, we moved to Singapore. Then 2 years later, to London for 6 years, and then back to Nashville. So we've been there for about 3 years.
And your parents are originally from Jacksonville?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the reason I was not on the show yesterday, we drove over to Ponte Vedra to pick them up to bring them here because they've been down to the Keys with Mason's family, and now they're coming back here, and we're going to spend July 4th weekend. Ashley and her family brought Mason, so y'all spending a couple of weeks together.
Yeah, we're getting tired of each other.
Best friends and good friends. And
Yes,
do you go to which school?
I go to Brentwood High School.
And y'all met at Brentwood
Yes,
and
sir.
became close friends.
I went there halfway through my freshman year, and I was there freshman and sophomore year. So that's when we met, and we were really close friends. But now I go to a school called Grace Christian Academy, but we've still been best friends.
No, and that's why I appreciate them. They're very supportive of each other, and y'all know how best friends are. But what's cool now, and y'all can all flash back to this is their summer going into their senior year. And you know how special that is. Always a special time. And they're really taking advantage of it. They're active. Volleyball and soccer, that's y'all's sports.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
And you're excited about it.
I'm so excited. This is our senior season, and it's going to be a really good one. So we started summer workouts, and it's going to be really fun.
Okay?
I'm really excited
Soccer.
for all of that. And it's just so great because, especially at my school, because our school's a little bigger,
Yeah.
because it's a public school, we have all the sports. Everybody come out and watch us, support us, cheer us on, and I'm excited to be a senior, be a leader on the team.
And you're pretty good because I don't tell you how good she is. Ashley told me she's good, but I haven't seen her play, so I haven't made a judgment. But she's already signed a soccer scholarship committed to Samford University in Birmingham.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you got to be pretty good to get there. And I asked her if she knew why Samford was famous, and of course Bobby Bowden School, where he went to school and coached. But she was over in Singapore all this time and didn't know that.
I had no idea.
Well, don't tell people you didn't know Bobby Bowden.
I know so much about football.
Okay, so anyways, y'all been down to the Keys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, and your grandparent has a place down there.
Yes, sir.
So tell us about the trip.
Okay, so we drove down from Tennessee, and we stopped in Jacksonville. And then we went down to the Keys, and we were down there for 6 days, I think. And so her granddad has a boat. So we pretty much fished, and we went out to Lou Key, which is a place where it's a protected area with coral and reefs, and you can talk from there.
So we go there every year. This is the first year I brought Ashley, but it's about 40 minutes out. We go. It's a protected, so like a lot of like fish, sharks, all them like go there because they know it's pretty safe. We went there. We snorkeled probably every day, every other day.
Right.
Fish, caught our own dinner every night.
Oh, cool.
It was good too.
It was really good.
It was fresh.
Yeah, every time we have fish with him when I was little, and all the time he always says, "This was swimming in the bay yesterday," and stuff like that.
So,
I thought about that.
That's right. You thought about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, it was your family, so you got brothers and your dad and mom and...
Yes, sir. I have 2 older brothers.
Okay. All right. How deep was the water?
It depended on, it was kind of deep, I feel like,
Yeah,
because where
it
we
ranged.
would snorkel, it would be about 20 feet, and then there were some parts where we fished and you couldn't see the bottom, and it got...
We went to a place called the Hump, and it gets pretty deep there, but Lukey's about 20, and then we went to Sugarloaf, which is only about like 12. So
Okay.
we could go all the way down there.
And-
I got sea urchins and
Right.
all that.
It kind of hurts your ears the deeper you dive, and so we would go down, and our ears would start hurting. We would say, like, I'm going to touch that piece right there, and just hold our ears and go down as far as we could.
Cool.
So it was fun.
We got a ton of pictures, but while we're talking about the Keys, let's show one from down there. This was last week down there, and here's tell us about this one. Y'all holding what kind of fish you holding there? Look good.
I'm holding a yellowtail snapper.
And I think I have the hogfish in that one.
Okay, is that your granddad's boat behind you? Or?
Yes, sir. Right
Okay.
behind us.
So you have plenty of room to get in a boat and all. Okay, good job. And then you had twin motors. Y'all have a place on a canal there?
Yes, sir. We tied up to the canal.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
we're right by the marina, so
That's
comes in
cool.
handy.
That's cool. And so what kind of boat is that?
That's our catamaran. It's a catamaran hull.
That is cool. We've talked about that twin catamaran, what a good boat and everything it is. Do y'all keep it down there the whole time?
Yes,
Or do you trailer
sir.
it?
My grandpa actually went down like a week before, and he got it out like into the water, brought it down, fixed everything up, and then at the end we put it back up,
Yeah.
and we keep it on a trailer in our backyard there.
Cool, and we're going to talk about how they're in between trip. Now we're going to go down to Cape San Blas today or tomorrow.
I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay. And we're going to spend the 4th down there. They're going to be spending a lot of time in the water and all down there. But that's different from the Keys. Okay, it's not going to be as clear and all. I mean, it will be clear, but it won't be the depth and all won't be that clear.
Right. There's
Is
a
it-
lot more sand at the Cape, and there's more coral in the Keys, I feel like. It's just different.
That's a good way to look at it. What about the sharks? Y'all got sharks down there?
So in the Keys, yes. I remember one time at Luke Key, we were going at the top of the water, and there were 3 at the bottom. We were watching them, and I was young at that time, so I was with my dad. And one turns and comes like straight up, probably just to like see what's going on. But I'm like, Dad, I want to go back to the boat because I was like 8. He's like, okay, let's go. I start going. I'm going as fast as I can. I look back, and my dad just hasn't been following me. He was just looking. But we actually did see one shark.
Yeah, we
but
did.
it was in a canal.
We went running, and it was in a canal. It was probably 3 feet.
Yeah, it was a
just
little nurse shark.
Ooh, scary. All right, we're going to take our break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, folks. Glad you're with us this morning. We have our students of the summer months. You know how we bring them on during the school year, but they're here. Ashley and Mason going into their senior year in high school, and they're having a good summer, just doing a lot of outdoor stuff, and they're here to share with us. And we've got a lot more pictures to show.
Oh, yeah,
So,
sorry, lots
and
more.
it's sort of at random, but I'm proud of both of them. They're very active in their school. They're active in their sports, and this is really, something like this is good. So tell us about this picture right here. What is this one here?
Okay, so this is my school volleyball team.
Okay,
And
school volleyball.
they're just awesome. I'm really close with
There
all
you
the
are,
girls.
middle far left.
Right. And this is JV and varsity together.
And this is at Grace Christian School?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So this was at a tournament in Gatlinburg one weekend.
Okay, good deal right there, okay? And
This is me and Davis. She's one of my best friends
one of
on
your
the
best
team.
friends on it, y'all play together really well.
That was at a tournament in Orlando.
Okay.
So this is one of the first times we met. This was at a football game freshman year.
Oh.
So that's Mason and I.
That Brentwood, at a Brentwood game?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And y'all became friends then?
And
this is a
was
recent picture,
Yes, sir. This was in the Keys.
just like last
Just
week.
about a week ago.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, how sweet. All right, tell us about Samford.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So this was actually the day that I announced it to my team that I committed to Samford, because we only have 2 girls at that point that were committed. So it was pretty like out of nowhere, because I had been sitting on the offer for about 2 weeks, and then I called my coach and accepted it at the airport on the way to Texas, to Dallas, and that's where I was. And my mom got a friend of mine that goes to Samford to send a hoodie, like 1-day shipping, get it down to Dallas, and I wore it, and that's how I like announced it.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's what.
That's cool. That's not, you know, Birmingham is right halfway between, you know, when we go to see all, you know, it's our halfway mark in Birmingham, and we've got cousins in Birmingham, so maybe we can get and watch you play.
Game.
Yeah, and go and harass you and all. But that great picture there, and we got a couple of action shots. Tell us this. Look at that intensity.
Okay, so this was about 2 years ago in the final, and that was for club. I played for TSC, Tennessee Soccer Club, and you can see I have a brace on my right quad.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. I thought it just kind of hurt a little bit, but turns out I tore it almost 60% off the tendon.
Oh my goodness.
So that was one of the last games that I played before I got that checked out and was told that I'd have to stop playing for a while. But luckily it was like during the summer, so I just took the summer off and then I was able to get back into it.
So you healed up okay then? So,
yes, sir.
Okay,
what
about
I was
this?
close to getting surgery, but I didn't.
Good.
So that was, I want to say, that was a year after. That was 1 year later.
Okay.
And yeah, I have 2 photos like that, and it's just a normal game.
Oh, good. Good action shot. What is this?
Okay.
This was in the Keys.
This was last week.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And so I have a penny board that you got me for Christmas one year, and she
really?
has a longboard. So I'm actually on a longboard in that picture. She was trying to convince me to try to ride one, but
Was it fun?
it was so fun.
My uncle has a company that makes longboards, and mine isn't actually in that photo, but my brother made it for me for Christmas about 4 years ago, and so those were from my uncle's company.
No kidding.
Sent them down.
That's cool. This is a good story.
All right, yeah, this is actually a pretty funny
This
story.
is you, a little blonde.
That's me at the bottom right. But so I was about in 2nd grade and about 7 years old. And so we were living in Singapore at the time. We went down to China just for vacation. And we were just walking, and then all of a sudden, like, people would come up and be like, "Can we get a photo with you?" Or like, "Can we like stroke your hair?"
The
or
hair,
something?
they were fascinated with the hair, wasn't
Yes,
they?
sir. And my hair was like a lot lighter back then, so everybody, they just like loved it, and it was because it was gold and thought it was like special. So they would always be like, "Can I touch your hair?"
That's cool. That's cool. And then what about, this is a cool one.
Yes, sir. So these were in Thailand because it was pretty easy to get there from Singapore. And so we went, if I remember correctly, like 4 times. And this place was actually really cool. They had so many different animals we could hold, and I have these ones up in my room.
Cool.
And that was at a.
Is this when you and Ashley first became friends?
Yes, Ashley.
Just kidding.
Look at me. I look so good in that picture.
But this place was actually, it wasn't even like, they weren't trapped there, but it was just this like forest, and there were like hundreds, thousands of like monkeys, and they were pretty tame. They would.
Oh, cool.
One time my dad was holding like a bunch of bananas.
Posing for the pictures.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the same place. They put a thin thing of tape around their mouths so that they wouldn't do anything, but I was pretty comfortable.
You were not scared, were you?
No, sir. I love
Cool.
animals.
This is your family. This is last week at the Keys, your family?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All
We all
right,
got our
very
fish.
good. Your brothers and your mom and dad and all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now y'all have on
There's
masks.
another
Very
one.
good.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. My
sir.
mom thought this would be funny to put masks, and they're on the dogs as well.
The dog has on a mask. All right.
On the top of her head.
Having fun in the Keys. Ashley, student of the quarter. I was so proud. I remember we went to that award ceremony for the whole quarter. I was so proud of you.
That's fun.
That
What
was-
grade was that? Was that kindergarten? First grade?
First or second. You don't remember?
I don't remember.
Okay. And then you grew up so
Yes, sir.
fast. And that was a big buck you got up there?
That's
when
the
I was
most
up there that
recent
day,
one.
right?
Yes, sir.
That was a special buck.
That was awesome.
That was came down that trail. And this was another one, right?
That was my first buck.
That was your first one here.
Was that in Alabama? I think that was.
That was in, I think it was up around Troy maybe.
Right.
And y'all were doing cast and call. Your dad and Whitney were doing cast and call.
Yes, sir.
I remember that. And that's your dad. Is that same buck? That's another buck.
That's the one that we showed before the last
Okay.
picture.
Yeah, I remember loading in that Kawasaki.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's Whitney and Dad and I. I don't know what kind of fish is that.
It looks like a catfish. Y'all went,
Right.
did y'all go noodling or something?
Probably we went jugfish noodling.
Jug fishing.
Falls.
Well, that was
Yes,
it.
sir.
That was a jug fishing trip. And so you got some outdoor activities. And that wasn't too long ago.
That was a couple months ago, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe last year.
You had Austin P volleyball. We were in North Bay.
Yes, sir.
If we get time, listen, if we get time, we're going to try doing that again.
That was
Alrighty.
really fun.
Okay? The turkey hunter.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Bigger than you.
That, well, you were
Yeah.
really, I remember that, and y'all got, that was really one of your early trips.
That
And,
was here.
Michael Harris was there and helped you out.
Yeah, that was so much fun. He's super sweet.
Michael's a good man, isn't he?
He's awesome.
Yeah, he really is awesome. And there's a picture there. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Oh, goodness.
at least you have your hat on. It's crooked, but you have it on. Okay. And
Safety first.
That was right across the road from my house, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. That was in Florida. I
Yeah.
love horses. That was the first horse I
You
ever
love
had.
the horses. But then you would have a hay fever. I mean, you would get fever or something.
Oh, yeah. I'm allergic to hay and horses. So
Hay and she loves horses, but allergic to hay and horses. That's not a good
it's a struggle.
It's a struggle. All right, we're going to take our final break, come back, and we're going to see what the future holds for these young ladies. So let's take a break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Quickly, let's take a look at our fishing game times brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers down at Port St. Joe. Looking on the screen, we're looking at 9:31 to 11:31 this morning. Tonight, 9:58 to 11:58. I was going to draw, but I think we'll wait and do our drawing tomorrow for the $25 gift certificate to Los Angeles. Then Friday show, we're going to give away some seafood from Tarpon Dock Seafood. So y'all be ready tomorrow. All right, girls. What do sitting here with Mason and Ashley? What does the future hold for y'all?
So I want to go to Ole Miss. So right now I've been working on ACT and getting volunteer hours so that my application is good to send it out to colleges, but that's my goal. I want to go there. And
tell the folks why you want to go to Ole Miss.
I love it. My grandma went there.
Walter's mom, yeah.
Right. So she went there. They have really good classes and it's not too big. It's an SEC school, which I love. And it's not too big. I feel like it's a good size. It's a beautiful campus. Good distance from home. Not too close, not too far.
There you go. That's important. And you decided what you want to major in?
I haven't yet. I've thought about being a vet or a chiropractor. There's so many different things that I can't decide on.
That's okay. And keep in mind, they're on the 17, so they got time to remember. Okay, what about you, Mason?
So, as we said, I'm going to Samford. I'm not quite sure what I want to major yet. I'm thinking possibly psychology, because I'm doing AP Psych next year. I'm really excited for that class. Or something with anatomy. I'm really interested in how the brain works and all that.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I've always wanted to go into the field with animals and rehabilitation and all that. So we'll figure that out. We got time, but I might also, after I graduate, go over to Europe and play professionally for a few years.
Okay.
That'd be
for
awesome.
soccer, but I'm not really sure yet.
Very, very good. Maybe y'all could, if both of y'all go in some kind of vet field, y'all could work together.
Right, we can partner
I keep
up.
saying we got to go to Hawaii after we go.
I know, we want to take a trip to Hawaii.
Y'all should.
See what
You've
it's
been there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're looking back on, I know y'all are just 17, but what are some things you've all learned at this point in time in your life that you think have been some valuable lessons y'all have learned?
Okay, so I love, and you've been the main part of this, but our whole family is so important to you. So just learning that tradition and values and being in the outdoors is important, and just staying active. I feel like you've taught a lot of that, and so that's something that I want to keep going for my entire life, is staying active, staying outdoors, and keeping family as a priority. And God.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one lesson that I've learned is, and this can continue forever, but really staying true to yourself. And I remember moving I moved to America, Tennessee, freshman year from an international, super cultured school overseas, and then that was really small, going to a big public school. It was a lot different. It was a big change, and I kind of started to realize everybody was trying to be the same person, the same, not staying true to themselves, but doing what other people want to hear, saying what other people want to hear. And so that's why I've always had my few good friends, and I stay with them because it's just safer that way.
Very good, very good, and that's so important. I've told them earlier now, sometime in the next 3 or 4 days, we're going to be together the next 3 or 4 days. I'm going to sit them down. I'm going to give them my senior talk and about the things that I've taught mainly seniors, and that's what they're going to be. I wish I was still teaching. I wish they were going to be in my outdoor ed class. That'd be cool. But
That would have been fun.
But
Yeah.
we're gonna give you some of the lessons I've taught the seniors over the next few years. So we'll
Yes, sir.
maybe
Perfect.
It'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
Yes, sir.
If I can keep all out off the beach long enough.
I know. We're going to be out there all the
Boogie
time.
boarding.
Well, I've got that we, picked them up yesterday upon the beach. When they got home yesterday, they wanted to exercise. They were running and exercising. So
Dripping sweat.
y'all are in great shape.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Got to stay ready. Right now is the dead period in our sports, so that's
Yeah.
the reason we were able to go on vacation.
Yeah, y'all have like Tennessee has a 2-week
2 week.
dead period.
We can't even
Right.
talk to our coaches, can't do anything.
Right. It's
That's not
just
a bad
kinda cut
idea.
off.
And y'all are packing it all in 2 weeks.
Right. We're trying to stay in shape so we don't get back to sports and just
Yeah.
Yeah.
lost everything.
Yeah. You mentioned faith and how important that is to
Yes,
our
sir.
families and all, and I know y'all are strong in that, and it's so
Sure.
important in school and all that
Right.
that people look up to y'all in that form. So
Right.
I know
Yes,
y'all
sir.
seen that, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's important to be a good role model. And
Yeah. What's going to be some of your hardest classes coming up? This senior
science
year?
and math. Math is just awful.
Yeah, going into calculus, I've never been I've been good at math, but it's just really hard for me. But I know AP Psychology is going to be a really tough class, but everybody that does it says it's super hard, but they love it. Like, you're
Okay.
so glad they did it because you learn
Good.
so much, and
Good.
so I'm really excited.
And you have grandparents over you, so you want to give a big shout out to who all is going to be watching on YouTube?
All my fans, my grandparents at Jacksonville, my Meemaw,
Okay.
and probably just my parents back home, and my new puppy. My mom's going today to Minnesota to get our new puppy.
Yeah, you told me about that. Great
Yeah,
story.
it's awesome.
We got to keep up with that puppy. And then you got mainly us, but then
Right.
you got other folks too.
Yes. My friends, my family, Aunt Dana.
Yeah, they'll be watching all.
They'll all be watching it. So.
Listen, we're about to wrap it up. How do y'all feel about it? Feel like
It was
fun.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
we
It's really fun.
sort of spurred the moment. We planned this yesterday, driving back from Panhandle. Well, I said, y'all gonna come on the show in the morning? They said, what? I said, yeah, we're good, because y'all are doing a dream summer going into your senior year. Y'all are doing some really cool things and all. So I'm so glad y'all shared that with us and
Yes,
that y'all
sir.
are doing it.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
And we're halfway through, so we got the Cape and we got a big old shrimp boil Saturday.
I'm excited. I'm so
I
excited.
can't wait. Shrimp
You-
is
I've heard
good.
so many good things about it.
Have you? Have you told about your crazy cousins?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be fun though.
Yeah, well, all those crazy cousins will be down. So, all right, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you, girls.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, great job. And we want to thank y'all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. I always ask you to do something good today for your fellow man. You have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.